In this video, I'll be replacing the sunroof control switch on a late model Porsche 944, along with some other switches on the center console. The later 944 models feature a number of rocker switches placed across the center console, and depending on the car's options, you'll typically find switches for the sunroof, the rear wiper, the side mirror selection, and the central locking system. In this case, all these switches are fully functional, but the button markings have started to fade with use. The sunroof switch labels are nearly unrecognizable at this point, and some of the other switches are a little faded as well, so I've got some replacement switches here to refresh the interior. To access the switch connectors, we'll need to remove the main center console trim piece that surrounds the radio and the shift lever, and we'll start by moving the leather shift boot out of the way by gently pulling up around the outer edges to release the retaining ring. Next, the trim mounting screws can be revealed by removing the ashtray, which simply pulls straight out, as well as a storage pocket, where some outward pressure can be applied while pulling the pocket straight out of the console. You'll now see 4 Phillips head screws, 2 at the bottom below the shift boot, and 2 in the center above the console switches. With the screws removed, we can gently lift up on the console insert to reveal the wiring below. Just be careful up top to ensure the trim clears the radio faceplate, and now we can get a good look at the connectors. From here, the switches can be released from the trim panel by depressing either one of the 2 locking tabs on the top or the bottom of each switch. Be careful here, as the plastic becomes brittle over time and can easily break. With the switches removed from the panel, they can now be separated from the electrical connectors by releasing the 4 small tabs on the wiring harness, 2 on top and 2 on bottom. Small screwdrivers can be applied between the 2 tabs on each side to release them at the same time. Once the locking tabs are fully released, the switch can be separated from the connector. Since the sunroof switch is generally used the most out of all these switches, it's a bit more likely to fail than the others, so I thought it'd be a good idea to demonstrate the sunroof switch testing procedure. The sunroof switch can be tested for continuity using an ohm meter as follows. Looking at the back of the sunroof switch in this orientation with pins 4, 1, and 3 on the left, and pins 6, 2, and 5 on the right, pressing the switch up is the sunroof closed position, and pressing the switch down is the sunroof open position. Let's first test the switch open position. When the sunroof switch is depressed in the open direction, we should see a low resistance reading of less than 1 ohm from terminals 2 to 6 and terminals 1 to 4. The same goes for the sunroof closed position. When the sunroof switch is depressed in the closed direction, we should see a low resistance reading of less than 1 ohm from terminals 2 to 5 and from terminals 1 to 3. If you're not seeing continuity here, or if you're getting a significantly higher resistance reading, the sunroof switch is faulty and should be cleaned and repaired or replaced with a new switch. Here I have some replacement switches for the sunroof, the rear wiper, and the side mirror controls. I picked these up on eBay for about $20 to $40 a piece, and although they're used switches, they still have clear, vibrant markings on each button. New OEM switches are also available from Porsche for about $80 to $90 a piece, and I'll include the part numbers for each of these switches in the video description. The center console switches are installed in the reverse of removal, so all you need to do is reconnect the wiring harness to the back of each switch. From here, you can turn the ignition to the on position and test the functionality of the switches as needed. If everything looks good, the switches can be carefully pressed back into place on the console trim panel. Once the trim panel is pushed back into position around the radio and the shift lever, the 4 Phillips head screws can be reinstalled and tightened down, followed by the storage pocket, the ashtray, and finally the shift boot ring by pushing it back into place.